Hello, my dear friends, and a very warm welcome back to Speaking English Daily Dose. It's so wonderful to have you with me today. Let me ask you something that might just change the way you think about English forever. What if I told you that you don't need to know thousands upon thousands of English words to sound confident, clear, and truly fluent? What if you could travel to new countries, make new friends from around the world, and share your ideas, your stories, and your personality easily, using only a core set of 500 simple yet incredibly powerful words? It sounds impossible, right? It sounds like a fantasy, especially if you've spent years feeling like you're lost in a jungle of vocabulary with no path in sight. Well, I'm here to tell you, with all my heart, that it's not impossible. It's not a fantasy. It is absolutely 100% achievable. And in today's episode, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. A clear, simple, step-by-step path to fluency. We will walk this path together. Forget the boring grammar drills that made you fall asleep in school. Forget the endless soul-crushing vocabulary lists that you memorize one day and forget the next. Today, we'll talk about the smart way, the focused way, the joyful way to master English, without feeling lost, overwhelmed, or stressed. This is about working with your brain, not against it. The big, beautiful secret about fluency. Most English learners are taught to believe one thing. Fluency means knowing a lot of words. It's a numbers game. They think, if I can just get to 3,000 words, 5,000 words, 10,000 words, then I will finally be fluent. So they proudly say, I know 3,000 words. And that's a fantastic achievement. But then, in a real-life situation, someone smiles and asks a simple friendly question, "Hey, what did you do yesterday?" Or, "Tell me about your job." And what happens? They freeze. Their mind goes blank. They can feel the words they know, all 3,000 of them, swirling somewhere in the back of their mind, but they can't grab the right ones. They can't connect them quickly. It's like having a toolbox full of tools, but when you need to fix a chair, you can't find the hammer and the nail. This is the big secret. Fluency is not about how many words you know. It is about how easily, how quickly, and how confidently you can use the words you already know. Think about a carpenter. A master carpenter doesn't need every tool in the world. He needs his favorite, most reliable hammer, his sharpest saw, his most trusted measuring tape. He knows these tools intimately, their weight, their balance, their feel in his hand. With these few tools, he can build a beautiful house. Your English is the same. Research in linguistics shows us something amazing. About 500 of the most common English words cover nearly 70 to 80% of all daily conversation. Let me say that again. Just 500 words are the building blocks for the vast majority of everything we say to each other every day. So if you can learn those 500 words deeply, not just their dictionary meaning, but how they sound in a fast sentence, how they feel in your mouth, how they flow together, and how they combine with other words, you can handle most situations in real life. You can have conversations, tell stories, ask for directions, share your opinion. You can connect with people. Let's go back to our cooking example. You don't need a pantry stocked with 50 exotic spices to make a delicious, soul-warming meal. You just need a few key ingredients, some salt, a good oil, a clove of garlic, and a whole lot of love. You learn how to use these ingredients in 100 different ways. Your core 500 words are like those key ingredients. They are your salt, your oil, your garlic. Learn to cook with them, and you will never go hungry.
Learn in context, not in isolation. Bring your words to life. Here is the single biggest mistake I see so many learners make, and it's not their fault, it's how we're often taught. They study words alone, in isolation. They open a notebook and write, arrive means to come to a place. Then they move on to the next word. But this is like trying to learn about a heart by taking it out of the body. It doesn't beat anymore. It's just a thing. The word arrive has no life, no energy, no purpose when it's alone on a page. Instead, I want you to do this. Always, always, always learn words inside a sentence. Give that word a home. Give it a job. Don't just memorize arrive. Say the sentence, I usually arrive home at 6 o'clock. Feel the rhythm of that sentence. When you say it, hear it, and imagine yourself walking through your own door at 6 o'clock. The word becomes alive in your mind. It connects to a feeling, an image, a memory. Your brain is a magnificent connection-making machine. It learns best through stories, through images, through emotions, not through cold, hard translation. When you learn, I'm feeling happy, while you are actually smiling, your brain links the English phrase directly to the feeling. It bypasses the need to translate from your native language. This is how you start to think in English. And this leads us to a powerful concept, language chunks. Native speakers don't construct sentences word by word in their heads. They speak in chunks, these small, pre-made groups of words that always go together. Phrases like, take your time. How's it going? What do you think? I'm just looking around. Could you give me a hand? Let's call it a day. These are the Lego blocks of real, natural English. When you learn these chunks as a single unit, your speech becomes faster and much more natural. You sound less like a textbook and more like a person. Build your vocabulary like Lego bricks, one block at a time. Remember playing with Lego bricks as a child? You didn't start with a giant castle. You started with a simple foundation, a few bricks stuck together. Then you added a few more. Then a tower. Then a window. Before you knew it, you had a magnificent creation. Building your English is exactly the same. You start with a simple foundation. Let's say you know and feel comfortable with these 5 words. Go, work, early, because, traffic. You can combine them into a solid, useful sentence. I go to work early because of traffic. That's your foundation. It's a real sentence about a real part of your life. Now, tomorrow, you learn or review 2 more words. Train, ticket. Look at what happens to your sentence. You can now build onto it, making it more specific and detailed. I go to work early because the train ticket is cheaper before 7 a.m. Do you see what you're doing? You're not memorizing random, disconnected words. You are creating and expanding real sentences about your own life. You are telling your own story. The word train is no longer just a word. It's part of your daily commute story. The word ticket is now connected to the idea of saving money. This is meaningful learning. That's how your English grows naturally, strongly, and sustainably, like building with Lego blocks. One block clicks on to the next, and your structure becomes more complex and beautiful, all without you ever feeling like you're straining or forcing it.
Your simple, sustainable daily plan. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds great, but I'm so busy. I don't have hours to study. My friend, I hear you. And that's why this plan is not about hours. It's about consistency. It's about 15 focused minutes a day. You can find 15 minutes. I believe in you. Here is your simple, powerful daily routine. Morning, 5 minutes. While you are making your breakfast, your coffee, or your tea, review the sentences you learned yesterday. Don't just read them silently. Say them out loud. Whisper them if you have to. The goal is to hear the English coming from you. Connect the phrase, "I'm making breakfast," to the actual action of cracking an egg. This is active, living review. Afternoon, 5 minutes. On your break or while commuting, listen to a short English clip. This could be a podcast like this one, a short news report, or even a scene from a TV show. Don't try to understand every single word. Your only mission is to be a word detective. Listen for your core 500 words. When you hear get, go, have, time, people, notice how they are used. Notice the chunks they are part of. You are training your ear to recognize the music of everyday English. Evening, 5 minutes. This is the most important part. Record yourself on your phone telling a 1-minute story using the words you focused on today. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exciting. Today was a normal day. I had a good meeting at work. Then I went to the store. I got some bread and milk. I talked to a nice person at the checkout. Just speak. The act of retrieving the words from your memory and forming them into spoken sentences is what builds the neural pathways for fluency. That's it. No pressure, no stress. Just a little bit of loving attention every day. After 90 days of this, do you know what will happen? Your English will feel smoother, more natural, and more automatic. You won't have to search for words as often. They will start to come to you. This is called fluency through repetition. It's exactly like learning to drive a car or type on a keyboard. At first it's slow and you have to think about every action. But with small, steady practice, your brain automates the process. It becomes second nature. The emotional side of learning. Be kind to your mind. Let's be completely honest with each other for a moment. Learning a language is an emotional journey. It's not just an intellectual exercise. Sometimes English feels hard. It feels frustrating. You might think, I've studied for years. Why can't I speak faster? Why do I still make mistakes? You listen to a native speaker and it sounds like one long, fast, blurry word, and you feel discouraged. That's okay. Every single learner, including me when I was learning other languages, has felt that way. You are not alone. It is a normal part of the process. But here is the beautiful shift that happens when you focus on only 500 core words. The mountain of English suddenly becomes a walkable path. The burden feels lighter. You feel calmer, clearer, and in control because your goal is specific and achievable. You stop trying to drink from a fire hose and instead you take small, refreshing sips of water every day. And with this approach, you start to notice small wins. A small win is when you watch a YouTube video and understand the main idea without subtitles. A small win is when you order a coffee in English confidently. A small win is when you have a 2-minute text chat with someone online. A small win is when you think to yourself, I'm tired in English without translating. Each small win builds a little brick of confidence. Your fear shrinks. Your joy grows. You start to feel like a person who can speak English instead of a person who is always learning English. And then, one day, something magical happens. You're cooking dinner, or you're walking to the bus stop, and you realize you're thinking in English. The monologue inside your head has switched languages. That's the real magic of fluency. It's not when you speak perfectly, but when English becomes a part of you. Common mistakes to avoid on your path. To make your journey even smoother, let's talk about a few common pitfalls and how to sidestep them gracefully. Mistake 1. Memorizing lists without sentences. We've talked about this, but it's so important. A word without a context is a ghost. Always, always learn words inside a real-life example sentence. Better yet, learn it inside a question and an answer. Mistake 2. Waiting until you're ready to speak. My friend, you will never feel 100% ready. The perfect time to start speaking is now, and you can start by speaking to the most patient person in the world, yourself. Talk to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing. I'm looking for my keys. Where are they? Ah, they are on the table. This is zero-pressure practice that builds massive fluency. Mistake 3. Studying too much at once. Cramming 50 words in one day is counterproductive. Your brain gets overwhelmed and forgets almost everything. The goal is not to cover a lot of material, it's to absorb a little material deeply. Just 10 new words a day, learned in sentences and chunks, is far more powerful than 50 words forgotten. Remember, quality over quantity. When you focus on a small, achievable goal, you give your brain a happy boost, a little shot of a chemical called dopamine. This is your brain's reward system saying, "Yes, I did it! That felt good. Let's do that again." This is how motivation grows naturally, from the inside out. You are not forcing yourself to study, you are giving yourself a daily gift of achievement. Your 50-day fluency challenge. Are you ready to put this into action? I want to give you a clear, powerful challenge. This is your mission, should you choose to accept it, from all of us here at Speaking English Daily Dose. This is a 50-day journey to owning your 500 words. Here's how it works. 1. Every day, choose 10 common English words. Start with the absolute basics. Go, do, have, get, want, time, people, good, day, see. As the days go on, you can add more. Think, feel, know, place, thing, work, friend, family, easy, hard. 2. Write one short paragraph using them. Don't try to be Shakespeare, just be you. For example, using our first 10 words. Today was a good day. I saw my people at work. I had a lot to do, but I got it all done. I want to have a good time with my family now. I will go home soon. See? It's simple, it's real, and it uses your target words. 3. Read it aloud 3 times. Feel the words in your mouth. Hear the rhythm of your own sentence. 4. Tomorrow, add 5 new words to your list and repeat the process. You will naturally start to recycle the old words in new paragraphs. After 50 days, you will have actively used over 500 words. But more importantly, you will have created your own personal English storybook. 50 paragraphs about your life, your thoughts, and your experiences, all built with the most common words in English. You won't just know these words in a list, you will own them. They will be yours to use whenever you need them. So remember, my wonderful friend, fluency isn't about perfection. It's not about having a perfect accent or never making a mistake. It's about progress. It's about connection. It's about one small, confident step at a time. Start today. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for next month. Start right now. Pick your first 10 words. Write your first paragraph. Speak it out loud to yourself. Your future fluent self is waiting to thank you. And I promise you, your confidence will shine brighter than you can imagine. thank you so much for joining me and for giving your time to your English journey today on Speaking English Daily Dose. If this lesson helped you, if it gave you a little hope and a clear plan, please give it a like, share it with a friend who is also learning, and of course, subscribe to our channel. We are here with you every week with more simple, clear, and real English lessons. Keep learning, keep smiling, and keep speaking English every single day. You can do this. See you in the next episode.